Alright, so now we're going to layer in the third part of the chain. Alright, so as with the second, right, we're trying to just roughly block in where I think, we'll be getting a significant amount of drag. It may not end up being our extreme position for the drag, alright, but we're just looking for big changes, alright, in position. And it looks like that first big change is happening, alright, from 7 to 9 here. So on frame, yeah, on that frame 9, I think I'm just going to make this one drag behind here. Alright, I'm gonna set my range back to 1 to 17. Alright, so now we see this part here, second part is slowing in, right, from 9 to 11, so this part here must overlap. Alright, and for a chain like this, we kinda, our rotations are gonna be greater as we go down the chain, right? The base of the chain, is rotating a little bit, and each control down the chain will rotate a little more, so we get that feeling of, this chain is loose, right? So obviously if it rotates less, it's just going to feel stiff, right? The less the amount of rotations going down the chain, the more stiff it's going to feel. Okay, so now we can slow in here. Alright, so as the chain comes down this way, it's still overlapping. This part here is still overlapping up this way. Alright, but not as much as the frame before. It's more of a slow in this way. Alright, so we had an overlap, and now we have a slow in. Might make that a little more. Right. Yeah. So you can kind of see here, right? We kind of gone from a bit of a S shape here, right? Although it's subtle, into a C shape. Alright, so this is something that we see, in overlapping action, in wave action, right? Going from that S to that C shape is how you end up with overlap in a chain, right? Or in a chain with 3 main elements like this. Okay, so we slowed out there, coming through here. Alright, this chain is still going to be dragging. The third part is still going to be dragging behind here as that chain moves through there. But it's going to start going the other way. Alright, and then on frame 17, there's a big change. So it's still going to be dragging, but it's still going to continue this way. Now we're going to copy 17 to 1. Right, so from 1 to 3 now, that has to overlap. And then from 3 to 5, it's going to keep going this way, but just a little more. Alright, as it's slowing in there. And then coming through here it's going to be slowing out a bit, and then coming through here. So you know, now we worked out those poses, we might even have to change some of these here, right? Because from here to here there's not much change going on. So here's probably, you know, here's probably getting a bit too stiff. So let's see, coming through here, I might just rotate this forward just a little more, right? So that S shape is maybe a bit more subtle there now. Okay, so if we go back to our 1 to 16 now, play this, alright, we can kind of see, hopefully, right, some decent overlap happening here. So let's just check spacing. I think there might be some things we can get a little better. Right, so I think let's select these two here and go into Windows, Animation Editors, Graph Editor. Right, so this O2 control, rotate Z, is the one that we just fixed up, and now this one here is the one that we just set. So we can see here, right, our extreme here for the third control is overlapping this one. I think we still have the same issue, a similar issue to the one before. So I think this position here could maybe just come up a bit more again. So I know we're getting even less of that S, but alright, we just want a smoother transition through there. And coming back now, alright, we actually have that S position kinda. I see this one was here right before the overlap, so yeah, coming back now, see that 9 and 1. So yeah, these two here, we're going to take both of those and move those down. Alright, just so that they're not so flattening out there. And change the tangents there. Right, so that that should be a bit better there. Right, so there's some overlap happening here. Now I think we could even push it even more if we go back into the graph editor. Right, this curve here. Let's see what happens if we scale this curve, right? So I'm just going to, okay, seems I can't select the whole curve, so I'm just going to select all the keys, right? Press R for scale, and then let's see if I can just drag, or middle mouse drag, right? So if I middle mouse drag, you see I can scale this entire curve here. So I'm scaling from the center, from the 0 line. And let's see how scaling affects the overlap. Alright, so you see, so what I've essentially done there is increased the values, right, for the rotations on that last part of the chain. So now that, you know, now we can see it's overlapping even more, so it feels more loose, right? So as I was saying before, the greater the values down the chain is, the more loose this this chain is going to feel. And I think we can finally take off that enable step preview now. Alright, so this is what it looks like on ones, right? So obviously a lot smoother. But yeah, so this is, you know, how you can go about keyframing overlap. Obviously every situation will be different, you know, you wouldn't always have, you know, in this particular case, right, this extreme is coming 2 frames after the one before it. The extreme of this one is coming 2 frames after the one before it. You know, it may not always be exactly 2 frames, it just depends on the timing of your swing and how much overlap you want, right? So it's really, you know, it's really a lot of trial and error, really. But it's really, you know, it's really trying to figure out, you know, where the drag is going to be and where the overlap, you know, is going to happen, and where to put those slow ins and slow outs, right? So yeah, hopefully this helps. Cool.